We introduced the hormone insulin in our discussions in our previous video. We established that if you have belly fat, you have an insulin problem. And because of that, you will not lose weight until you create the absence of insulin. To learn how to create the absence of insulin, you need to know how the insulin problem comes about. Hi, I'm Manga. Today I would like to discuss with you how the insulin condition comes about and why some people are more affected than others. Insulin is the hormone responsible for moving glucose and other nutrients into our various cells of the body. While getting energy from glucose into our cells is an important function of insulin, it does so much more. Insulin acts as a drug in that consistently high levels of insulin make the body more resistant to it. As the body becomes more resistant to insulin, more insulin is required to do the same amount of work. Excess insulin condition is commonly known as insulin resistance. Its severity will vary from individual to individual depending on gender, age, and diet. It may vary from mild to very severe, the most severe being type 2 diabetes. Insulin resistance, even in its mildest form, turns off fat burning, shifts fat and cholesterol production into overdrive, feeds cancer cells, and sets the stage for inflammation throughout the body. People with insulin resistance, just like ours, are at high risk for developing type 2 diabetes in the future. That is why insulin resistance is often referred to as prediabetes. When you're insulin resistant, your body requires 5 to 7 times more than normal insulin to carry out the same function. In high levels, insulin is involved in critical metabolic functions, including the following: control of the breakdown, formation, and utilization of fat, both dietary and body fat. This plays a role in genesis of weight and fat gain and obesity. Insulin inhibits fat breakdown and the clumping of platelets in the body. Insulin may be pro-oxidant and therefore increase the free radical damage to tissues in the body and accelerate aging. There are two types of people in the world: insulin sensitive and insulin resistant. Insulin sensitive people are those that have what is commonly referred to as good metabolism. Most can usually get away with eating just about anything without gaining weight or losing control over appetite. You might have encountered such people. You might have a friend or relative that you know that can overindulge and not face any consequences. They make you wonder how they do it. Insulin-resistant people are the unlucky growing majority. I happen to be one of them. You gain weight by simply thinking about a muffin. And if you actually give in to your cravings and consume the aforementioned muffin, you then cannot stop thinking about another muffin. Your cravings are excessively high and you find it hard to resist sweet foods. If you are insulin resistant, you will have one or more of the following symptoms. 1. Presence of belly fat and finding it hard to get rid of it. 2. Plateaued weight loss despite eating healthy. 3. Reduced stress. After eating something sweet, you tend to feel much better when you have a dose of sugar. 4. You have high craving for sugar and carbs. 5. You often find yourself needing a nap after eating. 6. You normally have brain fog. 7. You have worsening eyesight. 8. Not feeling satisfied even after eating. 9. The need to urinate more frequently even in the middle of the night. 10. Your belly feels more swollen as the day progresses. The good news is that insulin resistance is reversible. To learn what foods you need to avoid to start reversing your insulin resistance, please watch the next video. Remember to subscribe to get notification of the release of the next video. Share and like this video if you found it useful.